Well guys, what a week. It's been really crazy. Lots of different changes happening, but still got my swim, bike and run in, so can't really complain. So let's start from the start. So on Monday I had a 2.5 hour bike ride. Now I did this on Zwift. I was quite tired from the weekend before, so it's just a good way to get the bike session done. So moving on to Tuesday, I had a 80-minute run, knocked out 14 kilometers and stuck under 140 heart rate, which was prescribed by Maddie. And then Tuesday afternoon we headed down to squads. It was a brutal 4K. It was a kick swim set, so did each of the 4 different strokes. Man, that hurt by the end of it. Wednesday was quite different. It was bucketing down, and I mean bucketing down. I started off with a run in the morning, had 40 minutes at 130 beats per minute, and then 40 minutes at 150 beats per minute. And let me tell you, it was wet. It is absolutely pouring down rain. How bloody good. Don't think this rain jacket's doing too much anymore, so probably just going to ditch it.
How are you going, Nathan?
Wet. Still managed to clock up 15 Ks, which was really good, so I took that one to the bank. So moving on to Thursday, the whole point of this video was going to be around the Kingscliff Triathlon, so that was my original idea. But then on Thursday I got an email from the event organiser saying that they had to cancel the Kingscliff Triathlon due to the weather. So it turns out that the creek was absolutely flooded, the ocean wasn't able to get rid of the debris, and then there was heaps of potholes around the course as well, so they ended up making the decision to unfortunately cancel the event. So this ended up changing the whole week's plan. The whole point of this week was to get a big training week in and then be able to race tight at the end of the week and see where the body was. So in speaking to Maddie White, we ended up changing Sunday for a long run. So moving back to Thursday, I ended up doing a squad session in the afternoon, and then finished off with a nice little gym session afterwards. Friday morning, as always, was the sprint swim set. Nev likes to absolutely destroy us on Friday morning, so we start off with 15-minute sprints, then 25, 30, 50s, and then hundreds, and he even threw in a 200-meter sprint at the end. It was absolutely brutal. So then straight after the swim squad, off to work, had a bit of brekkie before I was able to go, and then off for a full day's work at the school. Then in the afternoon, I had a nice, easy 90-minute Zwift session just to spin out the legs, get them ready for the weekend. So Saturday I had a massive 4-hour ride planned. I ended up catching up with a couple of friends along the way, which was really cool. Some of them are training for some triathlons that are coming up and some 70.3 events as well. So it was really good to meet some of them and to be able to catch up with them again. In and feeling fresh. Guys, I've got a bit of a secret. Come a little closer. The secret to not bonking on a long ride: sour geckos. Ew! 100! After the 4-hour rides, I had a 30 minutes run off at 4 minutes per kilometre. So chuck the Nike Tempo Next Percents on to get that done. So then finishing off the week on Sunday, I had a long 2 hour and 45-minute run, clocking up 30 kilometers, and I was making sure that I was keeping my heart rate under 140 beats per minute. So feeling good for this long run. Goal, as I said, is to keep under 140 heart rate, so averaging around 520 to 530, so should get me around 30 clicks. Woo! So I'm 2.5 hours in, got about 15 minutes left. I thought I'd take Lucy along with me to run up to the 30k. Lucy. So there you go, that was my week. Ended up finishing off, even with things changing and moving around, still finished off with 17 hours of training in the bank. Now this week coming up, Maddie has given me a big bike block with Ironman Australia only about 5 or 6 weeks away, so stay tuned for that one. I've got 20 hours to do.